It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Cardinals and the G-Men, and it's all up next.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Cade Scouts, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it rip. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he crosses his sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them can throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, you love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him. And there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Murray. This will be caught by Watkins. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Kyler looking to throw. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. Benson on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Flush down out to his left. He's running for it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Field goal attempt coming here from Chad Ryland. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Badgley able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. His return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Russ now from the gun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They give up the gut to Singletary. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Up by Theo Johnson. And they make the tackle at the 38. They gain 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. First down. Here's Russ. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Ready to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. This return makes it up to the 25. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Murray to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's Connor again. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. On target to his man Higgins. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Murray. Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down from the 31. Connor on the inside give. And they had that one contained right at the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Scores! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals hold a slim 2-point lead early. Trey Benson, the touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3.
Giants 7.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's up to the 35. They reel him in. way to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dadrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. He finds Johnson. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They've got 3rd and 2 to start out. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First down, ball at the 36. Wilson now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Russ off the play fake. Has it at the 7. And in, touchdown, New York. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Ready to send this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down carry for Connor. He's contained at the line for no gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Running back sent in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Arizona.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Connor trying the right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 47. This is ahead for about 5. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Kyler. This reeled in by Benson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Option play they give to Benson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Murray. Wilson's got it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Bobby Okereke making that stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Murray. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Murray here on 1st down. This will be caught by Watkins. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Benson now from the gun. Juke the defender. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and they only need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Kyler throwing here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3.
Giants 14.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants, down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wilson out of the pistol. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 38. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson with it on 1st. Finds his target, Robinson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Connects with Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Now Wilson on the play fake. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Gano ready to send this away. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Cardinals, who have 2nd and 4. From the 43. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to the air, Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
This will be cut by Connor. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this one to Watkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cardinals.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Murray to throw. Chased down to his... Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw, Murray. The Giants got to him. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on fourth down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, clock's gonna run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They go right back to Tracy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 4. And the Giants will have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, here's Russ. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Faking the handoff, now Wilson. Got a man, Robinson has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.